morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm sure you're thinking two things. One, we are on a train, not on the train station platform. Words. So you can't make. So there is that. Second, you look like you're dressed for a date, Tom. Do you want to talk to us about that? Well, I'm dressed for my audition. So I'm going out with my job-ish hobby. I had all of these things planned to say out loud, and when I try and put them into words, it never works out. And then I always worry that when I do these on a train with people literally sat right there, that the words aren't loud enough so you don't hear me. I'll give it a listen later on. Also, I'm ill. I've got a bit of a cold, which then gives me sore lips, which then I put lip balm on, and it looks like I'm wearing lipstick. So, you think what you want about these lips right now. But yes, I had an audition today. You will probably see this with a clip on the end of it of how the audition, if I hear back about the audition. The audition is for half a sixpence at the Alexandra Theatre in Birmingham with BMOS. I've got a friend that's done a few shows for them now. I've seen one of their shows, I think. Yeah, it was just the one I've seen. And they seem like a good group. The people there seem nice. And I wanted to... I can't believe I'm saying this out loud still. I wanted to do more theatre-related things, and acting and performing, ready for if/when I go to university. It's becoming an if/when again. I've had a bit of a mental breakdown. Not a huge one, a slight one. I get knocked back very easily, I'm sure I've mentioned. And that's what's happened, I got knocked back. And I'm trying to fight past that now. So yeah, we're currently in the fight back on that. It got to a point where I wasn't even going to go for this audition. I don't know if I ever mentioned this audition to you yet, but I was going to go for this audition, changed my mind, but then I let sort of fate take over. Someone asked me to meet up the day of the launch party thing that they were doing to sort of give you more ideas about the show, and they were coming to Birmingham, and I was like, I'm already going to be in Birmingham seeing you, I might as well go, so I did, and then I didn't know how the performance was going, I didn't know if I was reading it right, and it turns out I wasn't, but I met up with the friend that I know, Mark, who I know from stage experience. He's part of the group, and he helped me out. Yeah, so I'm very appreciative of that. I did the best I could, so we're just hoping now. And I came out with a phrase today that I'm going to pass on to you now. This is not just for auditions, in my opinion. It works best for auditions, but just in everyday life, I suppose. Everyone stresses when it comes to auditions. Every single person I know has stressed when it comes to an audition. And as people are stressing out today, out of nowhere I came out with this, and I said they are not looking for perfection, but they are looking for potential. Which I feel like is a very good thing to go by. It gave everyone a little bit of confidence that I said it to today. They were like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Because everyone tries to learn every single line they need to, everyone tries to get the songs perfect, everyone tries to get this perfect, that perfect. I want to make sure they know that I can do this to the best of my ability, and the best of my ability is what they're looking for, but sometimes things happen, sometimes you mess things up. The lyrics for my song are very difficult. I'm going to try and remember. So one of them's, we're plumping for plutocracy while voting down democracy. See, it's gone. Voting down democracy. Nope, I can't remember the last bit, but it's very wordy. So it's like, we're plumping for plutocracy while voting down democracy. It's almost aristocracy, I guess. I remember it. Please tell me that's on the lens. Great. So you've got like a random smudge in the middle of the screen now. I apologise. Get off. Better? No, worse. Get off. Better? Yeah, so that's... I hope you enjoyed that little clean-up there. Why do I do these things and then leave them in? I know for a fact I'm going to leave them in because it's me. Yeah, it's very wordy, it's very fast, and it was difficult to learn, difficult to remember. I also said at one point, I was meant to say, perhaps one of your apprentices would like to volunteer. And I said, perhaps one of your volunteers would like to volunteer. That was a bit stupid. I decided to go for a camp villain for this audition, which I'm sure every single one of you is surprised by. But I was happy with it. I think it went well. It just depends if that's what they're looking for in the character. We shall see. Before the end of this video, you will know, but we shall see. That seems like it's worse smudged. Is it on the screen? Who knows? Yeah, if it's worse smudged, I do apologise, but I tried. So yes, a couple of things I wanted to mention before I skip and we talk about the end of the video. The next video you see from me should not be on a train, in theory. I will try for it not to be on a train. I'm going to see Rock of Ages on Thursday, with a possible special guest. We'll see. Well, I know the special guest is going, but I don't want to mention it. I'm sort of leaving it as a surprise. You will not have met this person, so don't try and guess. But we'll see. We'll see if we end up filming vlogs together, because you know what I'm like. Yeah, I'm going to see Rock of Ages on Thursday. I went to see a Sherlock Holmes performance in Lichfield Saturday, which was really good actually. I didn't like the story too much in the end. It didn't seem like it was obvious who the killer was at the end of it, and you didn't see the person from what I can remember, and I wasn't like, oh, it was you all along. It was like, oh, it was you, good to meet you, which is a bit weird. The group was good. I like Sherlock Holmes. It was something to do. I've never seen a play. No, tell a lie. This is the second play I've seen. Third, maybe second play-ish that I've seen, and it was pretty enjoyable. Considering I might be going into a full acting course, it was good to see, because there was 6 people in the cast, and one played Holmes, one played Watson. The one that played Watson had another role in it as well, but the other 13 characters that were in the show were split between 4 actors. So it was really cool to see them go in and out of characters and see how they've thought about the movement and the way they talk, the way they hold themselves, the mannerisms and things. It was really cool to see. So that was nice. I was glad to have seen that. I'm glad I did that, because I wanted to see one earlier in the year, didn't get around to it. But this was really enjoyable. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I pushed myself to watch it. Then I went to see Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian Rhapsody was good. Mum was like, yeah, at the end of it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. I'll probably end up seeing it again. But I've got a pass, so I get free cinema viewings. So I'll probably end up seeing it again. Just get the use out of my card. Feel like there was something else I wanted to mention, but it's gone. I've nearly finished my UCAS application. I probably shouldn't mention this, but I am. So yeah, I'm possibly applying. I'm not ready. Monologues wise, I'm not ready. Here's something that I wanted to mention actually. We're here now. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. You will not have seen this video yet. I'm still planning to upload it currently. The plan was for the whole of November to upload a video a day. I was planning to film them all in, not all of them, some of them in advance. Then I've got things going on. For instance, you've seen the Liverpool one. The Liverpool one went up recently. That was like 2 weeks ago. Then another one, I posted another one recently. That was about a week ago or something. We're about to get the wrestling one. I'm going to try and piece the wrestling one together. I'd either get that on Wednesday or possibly Thursday, depending on what time I get home from the theatre, from Rock of Ages. But if not, it'll be possibly Friday, depending on what my shifts are like. So, yeah. So partly down to shifts and how that's worked out, partly down to other things I'm doing outside of work. So like the wrestling show I went to, by the time I got home at midnight, like 12:30ish, it was just too late to try and post a video. Then I got home late from the launch night for this show that I've auditioned for, midnight, and I was like, it's too late. So I've missed a few days here and there, and then I missed the first week because in this mental block of mental breakdown, this tiny little block that I had about dropping all my theatre and performance stuff again, I also thought about completely stopping uploading videos. Yeah, so I had a bit of a moment. Basically, I got the idea to try and do a video a day. Everyone tries to do Vlogmas. I mentioned this in the vlog that I might post. If I don't post it, you're getting to hear it here. If I do post it, you hear it twice. Yeah, loads of people do Vlogmas and stuff, and people try and do a video a day anyway, in general for things. And I used to do that, but I didn't really have anything going on, and I realised I got a lot going on in November, so I thought I'd go for it. What I didn't realise was that would mean that while I'm busy I can't post, so that didn't help. That first week I had that mental block and I was like, I'm not doing this anymore, but then I overcame that, and now I'm trying to make sure I'm doing it. So we missed the first week, then we posted a few days in the week last week, and then hopefully we're going to carry that on until the end of November. If we do, I'm still going to post that video, I think. The plan was to post it if I was happy with the amount I'd uploaded, not with just posting every day. So if I don't post every single day, it's not a huge problem as long as I'm happy with the amount I've posted, if that makes sense. Obviously I've got Rack of Ages coming up, then I've got another wrestling show that you'll see bits of, then I'm going to see Joe Lycett, so I'll probably end up talking about that, and hopefully filming with Millie. Me and Millie keep talking about filming together. I've got a video idea planned with Millie, but we've been pretty busy, and while I've been in this mood, I've not really wanted to see people, so yeah, I've not really seen her since the last time we spoke, which was Roll Out of a Hall, which is one of the videos you've seen. Yeah, we were going to do a video there, we didn't, which is why that video turned out to be like 3-4 minutes. I was going to tag the video that we were going to do together on the end of it, but hey ho. So yes, there are a few videos coming, hopefully. That is the plan. And at the end of that, because I filmed that at the start of October, no, end of October, sorry, not start of October, I was going to say start of November, the end of October, my facial hair has changed a lot during these videos. I've shaved recently, but I've kept the moustache because it's November. And it's November, and I can't shave my moustache. And I think it looks ridiculous. I think I look like my dad, and I don't think that's a good thing. You probably can't see it. Look, see? It's ugly as shit. What are you going to do? It's November, and I'm supporting it. I always do, every year, but you can never see it. So yes, we're fighting through. We're trying to beat our way through our mental blocks. And trying to... Can you not? I know who that is, so I'm going to end this. I'm going to talk to my mum after hanging up on it. Yeah, so we're going to try and battle through our mental blocks. We're going to talk more and hopefully get all these videos posted. I'm pretty sure we're in Tamworth, so I should end this soon. Yes, we're going to power through everything we can, and yeah, the next time we talk will either be very positive or very negative, depending on if I got this wrong. I've got ages yet, I don't know why I'm stressing. So we need to chat and catch up, but it's not going to be right now. I'm ill, I've got a really bad headache, I'm tired, I need to get ready for bed because I've got work tomorrow, and there's a few things that we need to talk about, so you'll probably see videos of that in the week, but this will get clipped into one of them, I'm not sure which one yet. I think Cadbury are having a bit of an issue, they're not sure what they want to do. I feel like they were sat in a boardroom in an office and everyone was sat there trying to figure out what they wanted to do. What's our next big chocolate bar, what should we do? And someone clearly sat there and went, you know that Oreo bar that we do? You know, we've started mixing around with Oreos and we do this and we do that and the other. What if we just do it in reverse and put the biscuit on the outside and sandwich the chocolate in the middle? Don't get me wrong, it's nice. Just bring back the Dream Bar. That's all we want. The Dream Bar was the best thing that they ever created. This is weird. This is stupid. I don't know why they did this. But they did, and it's here, and it's nice. It's nice. I'm not saying it's not nice. It's just not my Dream Bars. And I'll never forget you, Dream Bars. I'll never forget you. So, we're about 2 weeks after the bit you've just seen. For a reason. I didn't get the role that I auditioned for. I didn't get anything. I got ensemble, which is fine. It's hopefully still going to boost my confidence as a performer. It's going to get me back on the stage, which is what I'm looking to do. It's something that I've not done for a while, and I wanted to get back on a stage and perform on a stage. So that's all positives, and I can still grow and hone my craft in that way. It's just a bit of a disappointment, obviously, and it hit me very hard. Like I shut down. I completely shut down because I'm putting a lot into this year and into this whole trying to get into university thing, which may have been the first. I feel like I say this a lot. I feel like that's the first time I mentioned it every time I say it, because I've got one video specifically talking about this in more detail, but you don't see something in that video, which is this. I don't know if you've seen this in the background of any videos I've done recently. We'll go through it a little bit now. So I wanted a whiteboard. I got this before I left my last job. I wanted a whiteboard to sort of write down everything I needed to do, everything I needed to focus on, so I could. It's right. So I sleep. My bed's a mess. I sleep here, and it's the first thing I see before I leave the room. So it's always subconsciously I'm always thinking about it. I am generally subconsciously always thinking about it. There's times when I'm. The first one on it is my handwriting's awful. I'm just gonna let you know now. I'm gonna try and show you a little bit of it. Sort reference for UCAS is one of the first things that's on there. It's been a nightmare because I've sent it to one person already and they didn't sort it out. Sent it to a second, wait for a response. If not, use backup. I've got one more backup, and if this person doesn't respond, then yeah, I'm stuck. It's not that they're rejecting to do it; it's just they're not doing it, and I want it done quickly, I suppose. Because I'm weird. I'm trying to get. Can you not? I'm trying to get it done as fast as I can. Because I keep changing my mind on it, I keep going back on myself because I doubt myself a lot, and until I've got the last bit done, which is the reference, I'm always going to keep throwing it back away. I'm going to keep saying to myself, no, don't bother, don't bother, don't bother. I feel like I won't have that argument if I've sent it off and I'm just waiting for the auditions and the applications to be accepted or rejected. So it's a different story, then it's out of my hands. And while it's still in my hands, I'm trying to control it best I can and trying to manipulate it, I suppose. So when I can, I'm doing what my mind is telling me, not what my gut's telling me, and my brain is telling me to stop, where everything else is telling me not to. It's hard to fight against my brain, but I'm trying. Then there's like dance lessons. That's been on there. I've rewritten this board once. Dance lessons is back on there. I'm going to try maybe to figure something out. Finish learning contemporary. Pick and learn Shakespeare monologue and find extra units to apply to, because I've only got 2 in my head at the minute. If I haven't mentioned this and you have no idea why this is all happening, I'm sure the last video of the month will go into it in a bit more detail. But yeah, in fact, I want to add something more to this. We will get into more detail on this, and I'm using a different colour pen, which is really going to bug me. Yeah, this is another thing that I may have mentioned, may not have mentioned. It may be coming up in the video that you haven't seen yet. So I'm going to add this on here. I can't spell. It's because I've got the pressure of you're about to see this. I think that's how you spell that word. Yeah, for 2 reasons. I've added this. You piece of... I can't believe that. I can't... Where is it? There's the red spot. I've just gone to put the lid on. I put it on the top. And then went to stab it on my leg and it fell. Piece of shit. Hopefully, because it's a whiteboard marker, it'll come out. But if not, it's red and it goes with the red on the shirt, so I can pretend that it's just a manufacturing accident, which is learn guitar and /ukulele. We'll get into more detail about this soon, promise. But I've had 1 guitar lesson, and then finance took a hit, and it's Christmas, so I'm not doing any more lessons. But I'm going to try and pick up bits where I can. He's given me some chords and how to play them, and I might try and just go over those a lot. But yeah, I want to try and knuckle down on it. There's a lot of roles that I'm interested in where the characters play their own instruments on stage, and I'd like to be able to... I've always wanted to be able to play an instrument anyway, guitar especially, but I love the sound of a ukulele. So I'd like to learn one, if not both. So yeah, I want to try and put the foundations in as soon as possible, because then, even if I go to university and carry on doing lessons there, take my guitar and my ukulele with me and do lessons while I'm there, if I get time, as well as everything else I'm trying to do, course-wise, it's something. Yeah. So yeah, we'll discuss this a bit more in detail, I suppose, another time. But yes, I didn't get a role. It really hurt. Really, really hurt. And was almost the impetus. It was almost the trigger that made me drop doing it completely, and I still feel like it might be. But I'm trying to fight that inner thought. I'm trying to keep going. It's just difficult. Yeah, we'll get into this more later in the month. Hope you enjoyed this on this Black Friday to date this video for you. I filmed this the day before, but I'm going to post it on Black Friday. Yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and we will talk again soon if I don't chicken out like I did with this one for 2 weeks.